guys, welcome to Roo and Lou, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a pineapple pop. For this you will need yellow foam paper, green foam paper, a pen with black ink, a red Sharpie, a gray pencil, and another pen with a sharp tip, and some scissors, and a little ball shape of whatever you choose. This is a little ball from the things that you bounce up and down on a little board that I cut off the string. So for the first part, you have to fold the yellow paper in half, like this. Then we take the pencil and we draw the pineapple shape that we want. I'm making this one very big. And then we close off the shape with a curved, kind of like a curved line. Then we draw a big circle in the middle. It's okay if you mess up on the center. And then we cut it out. After you cut them out, you should have 2 equal pieces, except only one should have the hole. Now we put the one with the hole on top of the one without the hole, making sure that they're even and all lined up. And then we take our pencil again and trace the hole onto the second piece of foam. So right now I'm just lining it up, and you have to line it up as perfect as you can. Then we can trace the hole. And to cut it out, we just have to fold it, cut into a triangle shape. Make sure the triangle piece is out, so it's like this, kind of like a mouth with a happy face. And then we just cut in a circle all the way around until we get all the way back to the second one. Then there should be 2 equal holes with 2 equal foam pieces. Then we take the green one and put the yellow one to the side. Fold this one in half like we did last time. Make sure you crease it so that when you open it you can still see the crease. And then here's a pineapple shape on the top, but that one doesn't really look good, so we're going to redo it. And then you draw a leafy pattern. Then we line it up with this one to make sure it fits, and since the yellow part's a bit bigger, we just have to thicken the last leaf. Then we cut that out just like we did with the yellow pineapple pieces. Now that the leaf is cut out equally, we cut down the middle to have 2 equal leaves. Then we can put the leaves to the side because we don't need those until the end. Now comes the face. So I'm going to take the one without the pencil on it, and I'm going to take the pen with the sharp tip to outline the eyes and mouth, just to make a little tiny dent in it, so that when the other pen goes over it, looks good. Then we draw a little mouth, so that it's not actually colored in, it's just little holes. So that when we take the black pen we can line it perfectly. Then we take the red Sharpie and we just do rosy cheeks on the side, just like we did for this one. Now we take the yellow foam paper again and we cut a big square. Has to be about this much bigger than the ball you're using. And then we use a straightening iron. And get a parent's help when you're using something hot, like a straightening iron for this craft. Next, we plug in the straightening iron, and we hit the on button, and we wait till it stops flashing to be ready. In the beginning, when I was mentioning all the things you need for this craft, I forgot to mention that you need a lipstick lid or a marker lid that will fit around the ball on the paper. And this is so that it stays in place so that we can make the out shape of the circle. Now that it's stopped flashing, we're ready to iron the foam board. For the next part, it's super simple, but we do not touch these little parts inside, they're very hot. All we have to do is stick the foam inside, squeeze down 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 up. So that's floppy. Make sure that's really floppy. Then we can bring in the ball and push down to create the hoop. To help make the hoop, the lipstick is going to come in handy. Let's move it to here. Lipstick will come in handy to push down like this. Twist it. Then you can lift it. If your hoop looks like this, then good job. And if it's still flat, then just reheat it and then do it over. And then we just push the ball through, but not too hard or else you're going to pop a hole in the foam board, and you don't want that. Now that the foam is in the circle shape that we want, we turn off the straightening iron by unplugging it. Make sure you unplug it before the next step or else it's still on and it's still hot. For the next part, after you make sure that your straightening iron is unplugged, we move everything off of your surface to give you lots of space for the next step, cutting. Then we just cut the circle, not too much, just in like this shape so that we still have space to stick it on. And now you have to get a parent's help again because we're going to be using a hot glue gun, and hot glue guns are also very hot. Now that we have the hot glue gun, we plug it in and we wait for it to heat up. Never touch the tip of the hot glue gun or else you'll get burnt. For a hot glue gun, it doesn't have a flashing light to tell us when it's done like the straightening iron does, but it does have this part right here. Gently tap it to see if it's hot. Mine just got plugged in, so it's not ready yet. The foam board will cool down and the circle will start to go down, so it is smart to keep pushing your little circle in gently just to keep the shape of the hoop. While you're waiting for your hot glue gun to get all hot, it is a good idea to put the hole over the ball so that you can see if it fits. And it fits, yay! My hot glue gun is ready, and when you're using the hot glue gun, make sure to have spare sticks in case you run out. Okay, so for the first part, we're going to take the side with the face, flip it around, and then we're going to take our hoop, push it one last time, 1, 2, and we hot glue around here. Yeah, I need a new stick soon. All the way around, and do not touch the hot glue when it's still hot. Then we push the hoop through and flip it over, push down. Now that it's hot again, push down a little bit more with your circle, and this will just make sure that the hoop really stays like that. Then, as we can see, we still have some excess on the sides, so we can just go and cut that off. Not ruining the shape of the pineapple though. Now we flip it around again, and we take the good one of the leaves without any of the pencil on it. We take a hot glue gun, hot glue the edge like this. Then we stick our leaves on like this. Ta-da! All the parts that are uneven we can always cut off later. And now it's time for the back. So we take the back and the side with pencil we're going to put here, and then we're just going to hot glue around here, tracing the yellow part, because like we did before, they're the exact same size. I accidentally touched the hot glue and it hurts, so don't touch it. Good. Now we take the pencil side and push it down here. Flip it over and push it down just so we don't get burnt, because it is painful. Then we just peel off these little hot glue stringy things, just so it looks good. Get all hot glue stringy things on. And for the part that I think is the hardest, we have to line up the leaves, which never works out for me. Then we just hot glue here, cross, up, 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 up. And now we have to line it up without getting burnt. Like I said, if you make a mistake, we can always cut it off at the end. I like to push down with scissors or something so that I don't actually have to get my thumb in there. Now, we let it dry. Again, peeling off the little hot glue stringy things. And this is all the hot glue we need today, so we have to make sure we unplug it. And we still don't touch it because it's still hot. And we make sure it's unplugged until we move on to the next step. Then we just leave it over there to cool. And now that the whole pineapple is dry, we can take the scissors and cut the edges just so that it lines up with the leaves. This part you don't have to do. I like to round the bottom of mine after. You can make this in whatever shape you want. It doesn't have to be a pineapple. It will be a little bit harder to cut now because the hot glue is thick. And now we have a pineapple pop. I think this one turned out better than this one, because when you pop it, it goes all the way through. So I like it. Do 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 do.